Hi everybody, it's Susan Paget from The Change Guru. Hope you're fantastic wherever you are in the world. I'm in Sydney, Australia. I can tell you right now, it's a very hot and sweaty day. I don't think I'm having a hot flash, but who knows. Today I'm going to blame it on the humidity. I wanted to share with you 3 cool things that I learned last week on my Blog Talk Radio show. And to find me, that's blogtalkradio.com/The Change Guru. I did an interview with Lori La Bey from Alzheimer's Speaks. Now, Alzheimer's Speaks is an advocacy group that helps carers who are dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia-related illnesses. But Lori explained 3 things, 3 approaches to dealing with, to looking after someone with this that actually can transcend to so many different aspects of her life. Now, Lori comes at it from an interesting perspective. Her mother has had Alzheimer's for the last 30 years. So if anyone knows how to cope in this kind of situation, it's definitely Lori La Bey. One of the first things she said that I thought was so cool was that in order to look after someone who's ill, who has Alzheimer's, an aging-related issue, like we may have to look after our parents that are going through this, is to let go. Let go of perfectionism. You know, a lot of us are raised to think that perfectionism is the gold standard in how you should go about your life, but in reality, aiming for an unrealistic, what's my thing I'm trying to say? Aiming for an unrealistic goal just gets you nowhere but frustrated, right? So letting go actually frees you up to just enjoy the person, not get so wrapped up in the rules and the obligations of something. So letting go is the first thing. The second thing is to really appreciate the moment. When you have a parent that has Alzheimer's or dementia-related issues, you may not be able to get from them the kind of affection that you want. I mean, Lori mentioned that her mother, she can't get hugs from her mother anymore. An Alzheimer's patient may not even recognize their adult child. So you have to learn to communicate on a completely different way. So Lori will get, she'll get her I love yous and her satisfaction by seeing a glint in her mother's eye or by noticing the way she moves a foot. So it's really, really this hypersensitive way of looking at people and getting those bits of love just in really very, very simple but quite profound ways. And the third thing that she mentioned that is very cool when dealing in a difficult situation is to be present. To not just go through the motions, just getting through the day, but to just maybe even let some responsibility slide and be able to have a laugh. Be able to just sit and take it in. She mentioned sometimes she'll go and visit her mom and, they don't have to have massive stuff going on all the time. Sometimes just sitting in the stillness, just being with her mother can be a very profound experience. So those are a few really cool things that I learned from Lori. As we get older, we're an aging population, the chances of us having to look after our elderly parents who might have some type of dementia-related illness are very high. Right now, about 160 million people are living around the world with some form of Alzheimer's or dementia-related illness, and that number is set to double by 2020. So that means that this issue is most likely going to touch our life somehow. None of us have been really raised with knowing how to deal with it, but these 3 things, these 3 simple ideas are just little attitude shifts that will help get us through. All right, so 3 cool things from Lori. Speaking of letting go and perfection, that leads me to procrastination. This week on my Blog Talk Radio show, I'm going to be doing an interview with Hillary Reddig, who's an expert in procrastination, why we do it, how we do it, and how to stop it. And again, it comes back to what I was saying before about that old perfectionism thing. So when we aim for too much perfection, it's really easy to procrastinate. It sets us right up for that. And what else can I tell you? Oh, and next week on my Blog Talk Radio show, another cool thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be dedicating an episode about what it feels like to go through perimenopause. I've been chronicling my experience, and I don't think anyone's ever done this before on radio. I'm not quite sure, but I'm just going to give you an honest account of what it's like to go through this, and hopefully it will make you laugh and, you know, get rid of a little bit of, unveil a little bit of the mystery about it, and maybe you'll learn something as well. So that's coming next week. You know what I'd love you to do? Join my newsletter. If you go to thechangeguru.net, you'll see a little opt-in thing come up. Fill it in. Join my newsletter. I've got info on there about just some educational stuff. I've got tips. I've got info about my upcoming book and some workshops that I'm doing here in Sydney. So I'd love you to come on and get on bandwagon with me, all right? Okay, I think that's it. I think I'm going to go put my hair up before I just spritz all over the place. Thanks so much for coming in, and look forward to seeing you next time. Maybe it'll be a little bit cooler. Take care. See you next time. Bye.